This is AQA GCSE Chemistry. It's the dual award topic of bonding, and we're now on part 10, where we're going to start looking at the properties of metallic compounds. As always, I'm going to recommend you try the activities as you go, pausing the video, and then you get to see how you're doing. So, in this, we are going to look at why metals can be bent and shaped, why alloys are harder than pure metals, and we're going to look at the conductivity and melting point, boiling point of metallic compounds. So let's start off with these tasks here. Now, you've been given the definition of an alloy. That's where you have two or more elements, at least one of them must be a metal, and it is a mixture. That's really important to note that it's not a compound. Now, we have got a diagram here of pure iron, of a pure metal, any pure metal. Why might it be stretched or bent into shape? Well, what we're looking at is that we have got regular layers that can slide over one another. And if I just put some of those layers on, we can see the planes that we might slide. These top two layers could slide along the top, but it could also slide in this plane and it could slide in this plane. So that means that you can stretch a wire out. A metal can be stretched out. That means it's ductile. It can be bent into shape. That means it's malleable. Now, if we do the same thing with an alloy, why might this be harder and why could it not be bent into shape? And what we're seeing here is that the layers no longer exist. The layers are now irregular. They have been distorted. And because they've been distorted, they can't slide over each other anymore. Now, that does mean that you can't bend them into shape, but it does mean it's going to be harder, it's going to be stronger, it's going to be tougher. Now let's have a think about the conduction of electricity. Do metals conduct electricity? Yes, they do. Can we explain why? And what we're looking for here is that the outer electrons are delocalized. Now, we spoke about that on the previous video. And because they're delocalized, it means that they can carry charge through the structure. There's some really important terminology there. That takes us to the end of this video. Thank you for listening and goodbye.